Hey y'all, welcome back. It's me, Mama King, the Divine Oracle, here for another reading of the Great Cosmic Mother, Rediscovering the Religion of the Earth. So today I'm going to read something short here. I'm going to put in a little video I made earlier outside in the brilliant sunshine. It is a beautiful day here, Memorial Day, the day I'm recording this, 2024. And just decided to bring y'all along as I water my lawn. So, hope you enjoy it. Enjoy the water, the sunshine. Just soak in the vibes, okay? We're going to talk about the cave. So, that's kind of ironic, right? Mysteries of the throne, the cave, and the labyrinth. Let's see how it relates to our garden. To return to our beginnings, all religion is about the mystery of creation. I haven't read this one yet, y'all, so let me mark my day. Okay. All religion is about the mystery of creation. So I guess that we are talking about the garden. It's apropos, I see. If the mystery of birth is the origin of religion, it is to the woman that we must look for the phenomenon that first made her aware of the unseen power. Primeval woman, like the animals, probably first knew she was pregnant when she felt the first movement within her, at the quickening. She was not aware of the male's part in conception, nor of the moment of inception of pregnancy. Of course, she would notice breast swelling, perhaps nausea, but doubtless she would understand this first quickening movement as the beginning of the process leading to birth. Among people worldwide who believed that a woman is impregnated by the spirits or by the wind, this first movement would be the kinetic announcement of the entrance of the new spirit being into her body. Woman's awe at her capacity to create life is the basis of mystery. Earliest religious images show pregnancy, rather than birth and nurturing, as the numinous or magical state. Numerous Paleolithic figurines of women representing the pregnant goddess go back over 30,000 years. It is not until the Middle Neolithic, circa 6000 to 5000 BC, that figures of the Great Mother holding a child appear. These are fascinating figures from Catalhuyuk and Halicsalar. Oh Lord, I was doing so well. Hacilar, some of y'all already know, in the region of modern Turkey, okay? The first, carved in gray-green schist, shows the goddess as two female bodies, back to back, one nursing an infant and the other embracing a lover. The let me look this up, y'all, because I'm going to have a hard time and I'm having such fun. Give me a second. Too simple, y'all. Instant. Hostler. Now, how simple is that? So, Hostler. The Hostler clay statuette shows a nursing male child with his genitals near the mother's vulva. In both statues, the female is larger than the male. Both show the beginnings. Let me make sure I'm recording. Yeah. Both show the beginnings within the great mother religion of a companion worship of a young male who was both her son and her lover. For many Neolithic, that just tied my tongue. If y'all only could know what I know. I mean, it's just the things I've seen in many, many lifetimes. All right. And as I study this book and read this for y'all, memories are just like, all right, if you know, you know. I'm going to leave it at that. For many Neolithic centuries, this sun lover of the great goddess is the only thing approaching a male god to be found. And coupled with the mother, it remained a central image in her later Near Eastern religions, e.g., Isis and the child Horus in Egypt, Mary with both the newborn and the dead Jesus in her arms. In pre-dynastic Egypt, the goddess of the women was Ta'ut, the great one, who was imaged as a pregnant hippopotamus standing on its hind legs. Figures of a Ta'ut are among the earliest Egyptian amulets. I said it totally different, so we'll just go with it. And her worship continued until the coming of Christianity, and probably secretly among women for centuries after. Christian and other patriarchal priesthood have never been any help to women in the great female experiences of menstruation, pregnancy, childbirth, and nursing. Clearly, the pregnant goddess of the Cro-Magnon caves, Ta'urt, and later goddesses of pregnancy and birth were shaped out of women's needs and experiences and beliefs. This is the original transformation mystery, primordial birth, in which we struggle alone, facing death and pain in order to create life within the cosmic womb of the unknown. Only women are ever truly alone, as the universe is alone with herself, and birth is the supreme paradox of aloneness. Oh, boy, when a woman is can't nobody do it but you, mama. Girl. When a woman in sweating and groaning solitude brings forth the continuity of human life, men can only imitate this experience by participating in the goddess mysteries of rebirth in the sacred caves. And in fact, worldwide, men's original rituals were imitations of the female mysteries of menstruation and childbirth. Images of the pregnant goddess were also found in the excavations of Tel Haraf, dating from 5000 BC. This goddess is shown sitting on the earth, embodying the earth that belongs to her. In ritual and custom, to sit on something has the symbolic meaning of taking possession. Now I'm thinking about, in later matriarchal times, she was the throne. The throne symbolized her lap. I didn't mean to do that, but I'm not cutting it out. The queen came to power by sitting on this lap or womb of the goddess, so becoming one with her power. Among the Ashanti of West Africa, there was a cult of the throne, and giant throne replicas have been found in the Ashanti graves. The black goddess was worshipped throughout the Ashanti territory. All the great mountains were seen as the goddess sitting on the earth. The mountain was the original throne womb. It combines the symbols of earth, cave, bulk, height, and immortality. And the towering mountain overlooking the land is embodied the enormous strength of the goddess throughout Thracian, Macedonian, Greek, and Cretan islands, or Cretan lands, are mountains with huge thrones at their summits, carved laboriously from the rock. These are the empty thrones waiting for the goddess to take her seat. This custom was taken over by later patriarchal kings. Kind of reminds me of, what is it called with the presidents, people? What is that called? Mount Rushmore. Is that still there? Let me know. To be enthroned is to be empowered, i.e. to receive the power of the Great Mother and her mandate to rule. This is why Egyptian paintings and statues depict the small mortal king sitting on the throne lap of the huge goddess Isis. In this way, the king was reborn or made immortal, and thereby given the sacred power to rule over the people. He had true power only as her son. The cave, as the womb of the earth goddess, was considered by the ancients to be the repository of mystic influences. In the original cosmology, a cave was a symbol of the whole world, providing passage for the dead and for the rebirth of souls. Many tribal people today still hold the belief that their first mythic ancestors emerged from caverns or mounds in the earth. The cave was a home of our Ice Age ancestors when they were making the transition from hominoids to Homo sapiens. Paleolithic caves were the matrix of internalized consciousness, womb-like, skull-like, tomb-like. Animal souls were believed to live in the dark, echoing caverns. This is where one went to commune with the deepest, most resonant, and awesome powers. The wall paintings of animals and humans in the innermost sanctuaries could be reached only with great difficulty, along winding paths, narrow ledges, slippery and dangerous passages, often crawling on hands and knees. These were the narrow, winding passages of birth, oh my God, and rebirth. Give me a second, y'all. Yeah, I had to take a little sip off of that. It's water, okay? I am the way and the life. This was the primordial revelation of the Great Mother. As G. Rachel Levy observes, early people conceived the divine body as the road traveled by itself and its seeker. The Great Mother was the body of life. She was also the way that must be traveled to realize life. It was in the spiral or labyrinth that the way had to be danced or walked, in all the rites of the mother throughout the ages and the world. The way is always connected with a cave, womb, and with a maze-like spiraling entrance and exit. Labyrinths situated at cave entrances are always presided over by a mythical woman. Among ancient Cretans, as among present-day Hopis in the American Southwest, the earth womb is depicted as a maze and the mythic place of emergence of the whole people and of the individual soul is called the place of birth or rebirth. Visually, the Cretan maze womb and the Hopi maze womb are identical. In Hindu tradition, both are the convolutions of the brain and the eightfold stages of the mind, the manas, are identified with the winding spiral form of the labyrinth. Okay, so when I see manna, I think of, the desert, the Israelites. Okay, they were complaining about the manna that was on high, that was delivered to them without them having to do anything as they slept. Child, they got tired of eating it, right? So it's really wisdom and whatever, mind, mother, life. Child. A labyrinth both creates and protects the still, the heart, the still center, the heart, allowing entry only to the initiated. So before larger knowledge is revealed, old preconceptions must be dissolved by the psychic and ecstatic re-entry into the original cosmic womb, cave of the mother. The pathways between the two worlds were trodden by humans in magic dances and rituals. Perhaps the human collective actually generated as well as absorbed the life forces of the goddess in these rites, since the roads taken by the divine power are themselves currents of energy. Among hunting and gathering peoples, the shamans still go into caves to experience visions, dreams, and spiritual rebirth, and to gain healing powers through resonant communion with the dead. The dead are especially sacred to the goddess, since they directly partake of her being. Oh boy, spirits awaiting rebirth through her physical manifestations. The familiar bull roarer, R-O-A-R-E-R. Okay, my Southern Indiana accent will not allow me to say that word correctly. So the familiar bull in that word, still in use among Aboriginal people, produces the terrible whirring, W-H-I-R-R-I-N-G sound of the spiral. Hopefully y'all got your books. You can follow along. Okay. The whirring sound of the spiral. I did it. So the strange whirlwind of passage between the two worlds. Extremely complex ideas were expressed through the symbol of the labyrinth. First, the initiate had to find the way through the underworld, the womb of the mother, going through symbolic death to be reborn again through her on a larger psychic level. Simultaneously, by dancing the winding and unwinding spiral, the initiate reached back to the still heart of cosmos, and so immortality in her. The dance would have been combined with sexual rites and the taking of some hallucinogen like the legendary soma. In the resulting illumination, soma and self were experienced as one with the cosmic self in orgasmic ego death. The ecstatic center of the labyrinth was the no-mind center of orgasm experienced as death, creative madness, and loss of the conditioned self. Sexual magic was not practiced for the sake of fertility, especially in early times when no necessary connection was seen between the two. Sexual magic was practiced for the sake of ecstatic self-transcendence, a sexual spiritual fusion of the human and the cosmic all. Prana, or life current in mystic Indian thought, is interrelated with sexual energy and can be directed by breathing techniques. Mind and breath, united and rhythmically directed towards a chosen goal, is the basis for sexual magic. Breath, air, is linked with mind, the creatrix of ideas. They are experienced as identical. The breath, prana, is used by the yogi to compel the upward surge of kundalini, the sleeping serpent at the base of the spine, the sexual chakra. Kundalini, the serpent power, is dormant cosmic fire, and she, activated through controlled and concentrated breathing, rises through the 6 lotuses or body centers, chakras, to unite in the 7th, highest center with pure consciousness. Samadhi. I hope. With this union, liberation is attained, which is true nature and union with cosmic self. Kundalini, the mystic fire, is also expressed sexually, as in Tantra Yoga. Here is the awakening of the great magic power, which is Shakti Kundalini, the cosmic movement, which is Shakti, and her movement in the human body, which is Kundalini. Their ultimate union bringing great power, the eternally spiraling serpent force, through which is experienced cosmic timelessness. So we are back in the garden. In Tibetan mystery schools, the breath plays a vital part in the process of dying. If consciousness is retained to the last through proper knowledge and concentration, then the breath or soul passes over consciously to the after death or of the organism. There is similar thought in the Egyptian Book of the Dead, based on the mysteries of Isis and Osiris. Consciousness must be retained to and through the moment of death to enable the soul to take the right path, the way, through the underworld. Yeah, I just want to shout, shout, shout. All right, so I feel like I'm in church and hearing the truth. The real truth. Nothing but the truth. Concentrated unity of the psyche brings release from the power of death. Concentrated unity of the psyche, your minds, everything in balance, completing that will energy, world energy, brings release from the power of death. This is something I know. No. It's something I ain't heard. This is not something I've heard. This is just confirmation of what I know. The same method appears in The Secret of the Golden Flower, a Chinese book deriving from ancient matriarchal Taoist. Somebody told me how to pronounce that word. Tao, idealist, ideas, okay? Junigans, Carl Jung, his followers pay respect to these mystic and symbolic perceptions of ancient peoples, But still, did you say, is it Tau? Now I'm frustrated. Let me go find out. Hold on. Yes, Tau. That's what he said. Or she. I don't know. Somebody sent me email to tell me how to pronounce it. Tau. I got it. Taoist. Okay. Excuse the Taurus in me. All right. So concentrated unity of the psyche brings release from the power of death. I love that sentence. The same method appears in The Secret of the Golden Flower, a Chinese book deriving from the ancient matriarchal Taoist ideas. So Jungians, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong either, but forgive me, pay respect to these mystic and symbolic perceptions of ancient peoples, but still fear the female realms. This Western rationalist prejudice or prejudges and fear distorts Jungian commentary on the timeless ritual transformations of the labyrinth. I don't know how you can deny it. You just need a little common sense. Okay, you don't have to go, you have to be out of high school. You don't have to be out of grade school to understand this. In all cultures, the labyrinth has a meaning of an entangling and confusing representation of the world of matriarchal consciousness. It can be traversed only by those who are ready for a special initiation into the mysterious world of the collective unconscious. In Indian mystic symbolism, the multiplicity of this world is shown by the interpenetration of the upward male triangles, phallic, and the downward female triangles, vulva, the ascending and descending vortices of creative energy. This vulva image, I guess I can put it up there. I'll pop it in, okay? This vulva image, the descending triangle, which signifies cosmic energy spiraling down into manifestation through matter, is a very ancient symbol. It has been found in now my tongue is tied, in Paleolithic caves inscribed on stone blocks lying face downwards on the ground and within engraved stone circles in the cavern's depths. Ancient people believed that power resided in images themselves, or rather in the resonance between the image and the thing imaged. And it's true. And this belief still lives in all of us. I say it's true. It's more than a belief to me. Symbols continue to have great power over the human mind and heart. Contemporary hunting and gathering people, such as the Australian Aborigines, maintain connections with mythical ancestors by tracing sacred paintings and dreamtime maps on the walls of secret caves. We can imagine that ancient women gained cosmic energy by touching and tracing the sacred vulval sign of the great goddess, just as initiates gained the power and insight of ecstatic death and rebirth by tracing and retracing the sacred spirals of the labyrinth, the womb-tomb maze of the great Earth Mother. I thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all's energy. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any comments, please do so, okay? I said that twice. Just leave a comment. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.